Ask anybody who the most popular network program have is in America, perhaps the world, and the resonating response will be Steve Harvey. He's revered by millions. Yet consider the possibility that I came clean with you that behind his cherished persona is a long way from your thought process plan. To have your psyche blown as I disclose the secret side of Steve Harvey, that his nearest partners have left well enough alone. As of recently, greetings everybody, I'm Lee, your host. And today we jump profound into the spellbinding universe of superstar embarrassments. Set ourselves up for an elite inside investigate the dubious excursion of one of America's most renowned program, has the unrivaled Steve Harvey. We've all respected Steve Harvey's magnetic presence on our screens, yet in the background, an alternate story unfurls Steve Harvey. Once viewed as the embodiment of agreeability, winds up at the focal point of a shocking tempest. Late occasions have reversed the situation, uncovering a side of him that his nearest partners couldn't keep stowed away. Any more yet, how does Steve Harvey himself respond to this internet-based witch chase? We should investigate it. Apparently, Steve Harvey's long periods of lolling in magnificence and reverence are gradually disappearing, and he is presently confronting the results of his activities. For quite a long time, Steve has partaken in an unmistakable situation in media outlets, gathering respect from his associates, as well as from the overall population. He was the first point of contact for morning shows, and stayed the most conspicuous face in any room anyway. In the background, Steve's actual disposition varies significantly from the neighborly persona he depicts on screen. As a general rule, he is shown to be very hard to work with, and individuals have arrived at their limit. Yet why has Steve Harvey unexpectedly wound up on the less than desirable finish of crossing out after such a long time? The response lies in his new exposing, where he deserted any misrepresentation of being a decent fellow and uncovered his genuine nature. An update he shipped off his staff has woken individuals up to the sort of individual he really is. And it's anything but a charming disclosure. The items in the notice, whereas per the following my security group, will prevent everybody from remaining at my entryway who have the aim to see or address me. I maintain that all the ambushing should stop now. That incorporates television staff. You should plan an arrangement I have been made the most of by my tolerance strategy in the past. This closure's now no more. Steve Harvey has answered the backfire encompassing the notice, and everybody's skepticism he has chosen to hold fast. As opposed to offering a statement of regret, his reaction uncovers a surprising degree of presumption, as he accepts individuals looking to speak with him or making the most of his position. It's a perfect representation of his expanded self-image he expressed. I was unable to figure out how to stroll from the stage to my changing area, to sit in my cosmetic seat, to stroll from my changing area to the stage, or to simply sit and eat, without someone strolling. In the defeat of Steve Harvey fills in as a distinct update that popularity frequently uncovers the real essence of people who have for some time been appreciated for this situation. His actual person has been presented, prompting far and wide analysis and a feeling of bafflement among the people who once respected him. Steve Harvey's viewpoint on having fans and individuals looking out for him has moved emphatically, arriving where he feels restricted and detained. He communicated his dissatisfactions, saying, I would have rather not been in this jail any longer, where I must be in this little room, terrified to go out and deeply inhale outside air without someone moving toward me. So I composed the letter anyway. As opposed to recognizing his error and offering a statement of regret, he resolvedly won't do so. Steve, who has been viewed as unapproachable throughout recent years, accepts he can say or do anything without confronting any outcomes. He casually states, I don't apologize about the letter, yet it's sort of insane what individuals who took this thing and ran. Man, it becomes totally mindful of how unpalatable and egotistical he goes over. And he has zero desire to repair his sullied appearance. For the individuals who are bushwhacked by these disclosures, It very well may be dampening to discover that Steve Harvey has consistently held on to scornful and biased. Cece has shown no faltering in showing prejudice and homophobia. In open, it appears to be that he believes gay men to be some way or another less manly, offering disparaging remarks about their reality. Furthermore, in spite of being a minority, himself Steve harbors enmity towards Asians. One would expect that an individual of color would sympathize with people confronting racial segregation, yet Steve's activities demonstrate in any case. In one fragment, he endeavored to ridicule a book named How to Date a White Lady, a reasonable aid for Asian men, answering with that is one page 2 reason me do you like Asian men. His obtuse joke outraged Asian men and uncovered his own bad faith. It turns out to be progressively certain that Steve Harvey's new discussions just started to expose his risky conduct. His refusal to recognize his mix-ups, combined with his hostile comments and perspectives, uncover an upsetting side to his character that won't be quickly excused or pardoned, adding to the steadily developing rundown of Steve Harvey's dangerous way of behaving is his conviction that men exclusively look for sexual experiences from ladies. He even conceded to having no female companions, expecting that any man get to know a lady is just hanging tight for a chance to participate in sexual relations, on the grounds that in his eyes all men are wired that way. Moreover, he stoops so low as to affront his visitors for making jokes, without regard to them earning something. For example, reviews an episode, or Steve ridiculed his child's voice-driving detainment. Between them, Ernie shared, "We lived it up despite the fact that Steve Harvey was irritating my most youthful child, is extremely mild-mannered. And Steve was somewhat ridiculing his voice I'm staying there making." An effort not to show my inconvenience, I wanted to take him out as of now. It becomes clear that there are no limits with regards to Steve Harvey. He even neglects to embrace the idea of assent. When requested guidance on dismissing undesirable admirers, he unfeelingly told a lady, "You can't stop a person once a person is keen on you. We secure in it doesn't really matter to us what you do." Such comments show an unsettling absence of regard for individual limits and assent, in spite of his problematic perspectives and dependence on orientation generalizations. For his satire, Steve Harvey takes on the appearance of a relationship master, unreservedly administering exhortation anyway. His own affection life is a long way from excellent state, is as of now on his third marriage with his third spouse, having been his previous paramour during his second marriage. He has a past filled with disloyalty in the entirety of his relationships, yet neglects to perceive the gravity of his activities. Rather, he endeavors to legitimize cheating, yet just according to a male viewpoint, guaranteeing that men can wander on the grounds that various ladies will take part in undertakings with them, ignoring the mischief caused to their serious accomplices. Notwithstanding his disputable perspectives on different subjects, Steve Harvey has additionally areas of strength for offered about skeptics and individuals' strict convictions by he displays a relentless faith in his own honesty, excusing anybody who contradicts him. When defied with the subject of non-believers, he alluded to them as nitwits, and transparently expressed that he accepted they missing the mark on moral convictions. It was inevitable before Steve's activities and remarks found him in 2022. He reported his choice to pull back from stand-up parody, referring to the impact of drop culture anyway. Unbeknownst to him, his time at the center of attention